Hey guys, welcome to this lecture, and in this lecture we are going to talking about the select clause in the PHP programming language, that how we can select our clause with the help of database. So here as you can see that we are using MySQL, and here you can see that I just create a connection, and then if connection is failed, so that will simply generate an error right here, nothing else. The two ways you can select your data. First one, from your this XAMPP server. Here you can go to the PHP course, then select here, and here a command is using for that, which is select static from, and then you have to write your table name. You can see here we only have the two tables name right here, but if you are working with a lot of tables, like 100 tables, 200 tables, so that command will be working at that stage. So here I just write go, sorry for that, and here I just write go. So you can see here select static from human, and here I have to write that this is just a command, and you can see that here I have to write the select static from human, so that will select everything to me from the human right here. Now here you will see that I just write select static, and I just remove static, and here I just write select first name. Okay, now here you can see that, or here I just write this is the first name right here. Okay, now go. So that will only select the first name of your database tables entries right here. So what does static mean? Static means that select everything from your database table right here. Now this is a one way you have to select your statements, or you have to select your records from your database. Now here we just turn to the coding area. According to the coding, here you can see that how we can select some of the records from your database. So here you can see that I have to write that this is the select right here, and select which is equal to, here I just write that select, and select here is I have to write ID, and ID from human. I just only want to get the IDs of the table human right here. Now here I just write that variable show, and show which is equal to, here I just write that my this variable connection, and then here I just run this query right here. So here you can see that query, and the query here is I have to write that this variable select right here. Now here you can see that I just write if show is my variable right here, and if show which is running the rows right here, and rows is already selected, so here I just write this is number underscore rows, because we are working with the IDs right here, and here is write 0. Okay, now here this is the if statement. If this command will run the query, and then the query will match from the numbers of rows starting from zeros, so here I have to print the while loop. So while loop here is I have to write that this is, let's suppose I am just writing that a row which is equal to, here I just write that this is show. Okay, and here that will fetch the record. So here I just write that simply you have to write fetch, and fetch underscore, here I just write ASSOC right here, which is a function to fetching the record right here. Okay, now here after that you can see that I just creating the echo statement, and the echo statement here is you can see that I have to run the ID right here. So firstly I have to write ID, and then after that here you can see that I have to concatenate this ID right here. So concatenate this ID right here. So you can see here I have to write $, and then get the row first, and here I have to get the ID of it, and here just simply write dot, and then here I have to write this BR tag right here. Okay, and then here I just close this code. Now after that here I just go to the else statement, and else statement here is if no rows is available inside this, so you have to simply show the option right here that no record found it. Okay, and here I have to write this, okay, right here, and then close this code right here. Here you can see that. So when I just run this code right here, so here you can see, which is in Chrome browser, and here you can see that will select the IDs only from your this table right here. Now here I just go back, and here inside the select command I just write the multiple selection right here, or select IDs as well as the name. So here you can see that will select the name as well. So after that, here you can see that I just write dot, and here I just write that this is the name as well. This will get the name, and then here I just write $, and row will select the first name as well. Okay, now this is the dot sign. Save this record, go to the browser, refresh this. So you can see here ID name is Bob, ID 3 name is Bob1, ID 4 name is Bob4, ID 5 name is Bob2, 3, and same is the case like these all. Hope so you understand now that how you can select your queries from, or you can select your record from PHP and MySQL queries right here. If you find any of the problem right here in this lecture, that any point you not understand that how you can select your SQL query, or how you can use your PHP code to select the your SQL query. If you find any other problem regarding to this lecture, please let me know, and thanks for watching this lecture.